Good morning, wrestling fans. It is June 14th, 2023. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time to preview an episode of AEW Dynamite tonight, live on TBS. But before I get into previewing tonight's AEW Dynamite from All Elite Wrestling, I just want to say and apologize for not doing an episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic last night, talking about last night's episodes of WWE NXT and the new episode of Dark Side of the Ring. Hopefully I'll do a future episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic and talk about those two episodes from this week. But for now, it is now time to talk about AEW Dynamite tonight, which will take place live from Washington, D.C. at the Capital One Arena, which was the site of the very first episode of AEW Dynamite. And on tonight's Dynamite, we will see an 8-man tag as the Mogul Embassy, Swerve Strickland, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony will take on Darby Allin, Sting, Keith Lee, and the AEW International Champion, Orange Cassidy. That should be, I think, quite an entertaining match. You got some young up-and-coming talent in this match, and the legend Sting in here. Again, I think this one will be a very entertaining match. And the AEW TNT Championship is on the line. We have Wardlow defending against Jake Hager from the Jericho Appreciation Society. Wardlow will have the enforcer Arn Anderson in his corner, and I'm sure this will be a pretty interesting match. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Christian Cage and Luchasaurus somehow get involved in this one tonight, as that feud between them and Wardlow continues. And we will see a trios match. The Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and the Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli will take on the Young Bucks and Hangman Adam Page. Sure, that will be a very good match there with those six. And the AEW Women's World Championship is on the line after she became the number one contender last Friday night on Rampage. Sky Blue will be challenging Toni Storm. Sky Blue definitely has been very impressive as of late. And I think this one, though, definitely would not be surprised if we see the Outcasts get involved somehow. So I think because of that, it will probably be Toni Storm walking out at Dynamite, still AEW Women's Champion. But I definitely wouldn't mind seeing Sky Blue become AEW Women's Champion. Even if it's not tonight, possibly in the future, I could see her getting another shot at the championship. And in the main event tonight, we have an AEW World Championship Eliminator match as Adam Cole, baby, will take on the AEW World Champion MJF, Maxwell, Jacob Friedman, and the rules for the Eliminator matches are if the challenger is able to defeat the champion in this match, they will automatically receive a championship match against the champion. I gotta go with this one tonight. Adam Cole, I could see him defeating MJF tonight to get the world title shot. Could possibly see this at Forbidden Door if they are going to have separate world title matches with the AEW World Championship and the IWGP World Championship from New Japan. But I could also kind of see his character has talked about how he hates New Japan, and maybe MJF could protest being at Forbidden Door and say he doesn't want to compete there with any of the New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers, but could possibly make it for this Saturday for the debut episode of AEW Saturday Collision to try to get a big number for it on top of the main event that has already been announced. And in Chicago for the United Center. And as I just mentioned, the debut of Saturday Collision is only 3 days away this Saturday night on TNT, which will feature in the main event the returning CM Punk and the AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR taking on the Ring of Honor World Television Champions Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold, Jay White and Juice Robinson. But first, like I talked about, we have AEW Dynamite tonight on TBS. And that's all for this Wednesday morning episode of 360 Good morning, wrestling fans. Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget which podcast I'm doing. Also, just a quick reminder, later today at 1 p.m. Eastern, Post Wrestling and WrestleNomics, John Pollock and Brandon Thurston having an interview with Tony Khan. I'm sure they will discuss everything going on in AEW right now, including this Saturday's Collision, Forbidden Door, the TV rights deal with TNT, TBS, all that and more, I'm sure will be discussed. Once again, that is Post Wrestling and WrestleNomics. The audio interview on the podcast feeds will be available later, or you can watch it live, I believe, on Post Wrestling's YouTube channel. And that's all for today. If you have any questions, comments, let me know what your thoughts are of AEW right now, heading into Saturday Night Collision and Forbidden Door. Also, if you have a product or a company or any kind of business you want to advertise on 360 Wrestling Podcast, let me know at 360wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Hopefully we can work something out together and hope to have new episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic come in for you real soon. Also, we'll be back right here tomorrow for the Thursday morning episode of GMWF. But until then, I hope everyone enjoys AEW Dynamite tonight. And until tomorrow, have a great pro wrestling day.